All right, guys, let's get this party started. Woo! Hi, I'm Veronica Rosa. Welcome to Vitality and Values, the channel for spirituality, self-discovery, and manifesting your dreams into reality. So let's start off with what's your story? What's going on here? What is your story? All right, so it seems like you're in this energy of just showing a lot of patience, um having living like within integrity. You're showing healthy like habits, and crossing you is fire energy, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo energy. So this is very much the player type, the in and out energy. And I see that there is an apology waiting to happen. I feel like you really are waiting on an apology to happen, because you're looking at the past, you're yearning, waiting. There's something you're waiting for your ships to come in. And there's a lot of passion, and there's a lot of love in this, and there's a lot of hope. Um I feel that maybe you have really extended yourself, and you have done a lot of self-healing on your own. And you've learned how to nurture the beast. Maybe it's the beast within you, and now you're like nurturing the beast without. Or ooh, look at that. See, so you've like really, when the lovers come out, that's a very balanced. It's not just like the lovers and the partner, your ideal partner. It's also the energy within yourself, the masculine and the feminine energy within yourself. So it goes back to self-healing. You've mastered your masculine and feminine energies within yourself. You're living within integrity. There's a lot of hope and faith. Therefore, there has to have been forgiveness. The intentions of forgiving. Yeah. And maybe like you've already forgiven this person, and you still haven't gotten your apologies, because it seems like you're like in this energy of forgiveness and forgiving, but like you're still waiting. So maybe you're waiting on an actual an apology, or an explanation, or just like, what's now what. Yeah, so it's like, now what? Like, now you don't know. Your heart is still being guarded, because you don't know. You're blindfolded. You're just kind of like taking this on a leap of faith, but there's no clarity. And so again, there's this expectations, or this yearning for an apology, or I I don't feel like you need the apology, because like you've already forgiven, but the communication that comes with an apology, and then the verbiage as to the action plan. Like, what do we do going forward? How do we move forward? How do we, we're healed. We learned our lesson. What are the new healthy habits that I'm going to give myself to contribute to this relationship, this new opportunity? Just this. Okay. So, ooh, just looking for one card here. So yeah, there's a lot of this is a very like hermit mode. There's a lot of fear, a lot of doubt. There's a clarity within yourself. I feel like you've healed. You're stepping within integrity. You're taking responsibilities to self heal, and to be able to move forward and start a new cycle. But there's still some doubt, some fear, and which can cause bouts of depression, sadness, just the common emotions that come with with the unknown, with the fears of the unknown of what to expect, and just like being scared that you're gonna be pinched or bite, like you gonna be pinched on the butt, or um like pinched on the butt, like because like you're being pinched by on the being stabbed in the back, or you know, feeling unexpected pain. So you don't want to be caught by surprise, and so you're asking for clarity. You're coming in with this very assertive energy, asking for clarity. Because you know you're seeking a way out, and through doing the self-help, the self-work. And so what is the outcome here? What can we expect with this divine masculine? Okay, not too good, not too good. So there's still gonna be a lot of heartbreak. There's still a lot of there's a heartache, and so there's fear. And it may be that this other person, the divine masculine, is heartbroken, or they have fear. They have fear. And because they have fear, they self-sabotage this relationship. They sabotage themselves. Tell me more about this. Three of Swords. I just like it when the cards flop out like that. All right. So I do see them wanting to take action. They're taking action on this passion, this drive that they have, but they're coming in eager and like fast and furious and like determined on what they want, but they still don't have a level of maturity yet. So they may, yeah, they may be coming in like fast and furious, and just like kind of like trying to like sweet talk you or talk real fast and sway you. Um, but I feel like like their actions, if they knew better, then if they knew better, they wouldn't be in the situation that they are, that they have caused all the pain, the suffering from the tongue, the impulse verbiage that comes out of this person that really hurts. It's like very backstabbing and trifling. It's just left a road um dissatisfactory, distaste. But there is that energy of like victory. Like this person is, he's just very immature. He has determination, strength, power, courage, talks too fast, talks too much, and just like very eager. And there's some level of some disappointment here, but this person is coming in no matter what. It's like they're gonna win at no at all costs. And with you within this energy of this queen, mature, emotionally balanced, where you've already forgiven, even though there hasn't been an apology, but you still want some clarity how we're going to move forward. And so I do see that there's going to be this lash out, this heartache, because the masculine hasn't leveled up yet emotionally. He doesn't have emotional um um he can't manage his emotions. He's not a warrior yet. I mean, he's a wounded warrior, and he's still in his like licking his wounds. He hasn't healed. He hasn't healed his old wounds. um that helps him level up, master up into this king energy. And so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Same, very much Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, um, and there's some Libra in there. So this is very much somebody, a couple who got into it. There was a fight. I feel that the divine feminine through this fight did some self-discovery, some self-healing, leveled up, found peace within herself, and is like under doesn't personalize the outside world or what other people do is doing. She understands that the masculine has his own issues and fights and the he obstacles that he needs to overcome in this lifetime, and now there's this opportunity of like coming back together, but there's still this apology that's on hold, and so spirit is just saying that to be patient, continue to be patient, because you've been very patient and living within your integrity, but you have to understand that this divine masculine does really want to come in, thriving with victory and conquer you. But there's just still this level of immaturity. There's just still this level of immaturity. And excuse me. So, but you guys both want, you know, 1111, make a wish, that perfect couple, that soulmate love. But there's, we go through emotional turmoil that happens from birth until, to now. And some of those traumas and emotional turmoil situations can cause us to block. And sometimes it's not even us. Sometimes it's generational curses. It could happen, something horribly happened to your great grandma that caused her to be very, maybe she was abandoned as a child, and her and her mother had to fend for themselves, and so they developed these habits that were surviving skills at the time, but they had to let go of having empathy because they were in survival mode, and that caused them to be extremely successful and wealthy, and so then they teach these skills to their kids and their grandkids, and then it's a family, way of being, and as you stick to just family and not include diverse or go out into the world and see other ways of being, you think that's the only way of being. So then that can cause, when there's an imbalance of empathy, where there's an imbalance of emotional blockages that are preventing you or building your beliefs in a way that stops you from acquiring those dreams that you would love. For example, you want to get married, this still, or let's go back to my story of the young girl who was abandoned, and they developed strong tendencies. They blocked off their empathy and developed strong habits that help them survive by attaining, food, shelter, water, and material wealth, right? So imagine now that child once once becomes very like selfish, because me, mine, conquer and divide. It's me and mine. And that person also, their desire is to have a family, and when you're gonna have a family, you have to like be giving, being supportive, be trusting, have empathy, but all of these ways, these everyday, the mundane ways of being, their daily routine of, oh, it's mine, and taking me for me first, um becomes a block when trying to have healthy relationships. You come into this relationship, and it should be an equal give and take, but you through your family, through your great and great grandparents, developed this way of being, and you thought it was normal. All of a sudden, you're not working in union, you're working just for self. That creates sabotages the desire for love. And so I don't know how I got into onto this topic, but that is that is an example of a generational curse of and an example of how we can become emotionally blocked, and that block is then self-sabotaging our desires. So stepping into doing some self-awareness assessments, which I'll put in the link in the description box, but I have a chakra meditation. It's a guided meditation that takes you through each chakra, which is your emotional energy center, and it's gonna help guide you to do a checklist. You're doing an assessment on yourself, on your emotional self, to see, okay, where may I be blocked emotionally? What is that old belief system that I'm telling myself? And what is the way out? What is the truth? What do I want to switch my story now to manifest my desires? And then you know, okay, look, I have issues in this sector when it comes to emotions that cause me to be triggered, then sabotages my relationships, my relationships. So I want to stop that. I want to have great relationships. Now you know, what can I do? What can I do to stop self-sabotaging my actions? And I feel that you, my friend, you have done some self assessments and self-awareness, and you are aware of, or you have become aware on your own. There's still always work to do, right? But now let's take a look into your divine masculine. Where in his emotional energy center, where does he seem to have some black? And this is not for you to go back and be like, oh yeah, you have issues in this area and you need to fix that. No, it's for them to figure it out. But if you can identify and see certain patterns, then maybe you can adjust the way you react too, because there is some mirroring that happens with your divine masculine. Maybe there's work for you to do, have better communication. I know I'm talking from experience. So let's do a quick energy check on your divine masculine. And so far, I believe I will be able to commit to at least one video a week. And so tune in. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to my channel. Comment below. Ah, see? Okay. If I get, I'm just want 7 cards, Spirit. No, that's too many. One card at a time for the root chakra when it comes to the divine masculine. Sacral. Solar. I feel like this person is just dealing with a lot of heavy energy. This person is doing, he may be away or resting or doing a lot of thinking, doing a lot of just yeah, doing a lot of thinking. Give me a second. Let me pull these next cards here. Those hurt. Yeah, this energy with your divine masculine is a complete opposite of yourself. They may be starting to enter the dark night of the soul for themselves. It looks like they're doing a lot of self-discovery, a lot of like internal insight, um, deep thinking. um, Yeah, I feel like they're really trying to strategize a way of continuing and moving forward. This divine masculine is very, very much in the dark, dark, what, dark night of the soul, right? The death, we got the death card here. And so, and that's here in the head. Um, yeah, and so their third eye may be blocked. Their ability to see or just to envision, like their faith has been diluted. So they may have been going through something, this fight over and over, and now they're just like resting and thinking like, why did this happen? Maybe they're beginning to, they are very still much in a victim mentality. And the issue with the victim mentality is that yeah, victim mentality is lower vibrations, you know. And so when you're in the lower vibrations, there's it's stagnant and you're not gonna move forward. There's chaos. It's feeling like you're being left out on the cold. And but there is like this transformation that's gonna happen through and because of this situation, this emotional turmoil that the divine masculine is going through, they're gonna go from that emotional blocks, that those old belief systems, the old ways and patterns of thinking, um through nurturing. So doing self-assessments by doing nurturing, if you do that guided meditation, you can see, okay, where is it that I'm blocked emotionally? Oh, right here. Okay, well, what is it that I need to do to nurture that? And in the divine masculine case, there is a lot of stagnancy, um, withholding back. They may even be like not working or holding back on like their creativity or their creative outlets. Um, their self-confidence, again, it's very much in the victim mentality. Their heart just feels like they're in shambles. They feel like they've been thrown out into the cold, and they don't really know how to ask for help. They don't even know that there's help out there. They don't even know, they don't even think they deserve help. They're just like done and like it's over with. And so the greatest part of this reading is that in the crown there's a woman, and there's a nurturing woman who I feel that helps feed and through food and nurturing and showing patience and being giving. This person then begins to, what's going to begin a transformation into a new, healthier cycle. So this may be a mother or somebody who's like a mother to the divine masculine, um, Capricorn, Taurus, energy. Um, yeah, so this is very nurturing. I'm very giving. There may be like a move or somebody moving, moving homes. Um, and so it's very loving too. And so with love, there's a lot of fear here, and they're going to find out self-love. Um, fear is like the biggest energy, you know, but love is the highest frequency. Love cures all. You just imagine when you're like sad and depressed because your man left you, and you're all depressed because they're on social media with some other person or whatever, you know, having fun. And then imagine all of a sudden you get that phone call from your divine masculine, hey baby, I'm gonna pick you up. I'm right outside. And all of a sudden you go from like feeling super down, depressed to like perked up and like, he called me. So that's just an example of how Love, the frequency of love can heal, and it can heal in a heartbeat, in a heart, in a second. But they're going through this dark night of the soul, and so what they're discovering, they're going to discover self-love, self-nurturing. And, and looking at the his energies, emotional energy center here, if I'd have to say one, just pick out one energy that would needs the biggest help or work on, I guess you would say, would be the third eye. So the they may be very much in a 3D, living in the 3D, and here now in the moment, very black and white. They don't see gray, they don't see possibilities, they don't imagine, they don't, these people are very much providers, and they're very stable, so they're very practical, very extremely practical. So for them to be able to like wish on a star and turn your dreams into, this sounds like foo fifi, and that just doesn't work for them. And that's what they're missing out of the equation, is to get out the markers and create a vision board and dream that and believe that dreams are possible through the faith. Through faith, God and God, everything is, anything is possible. So, what message do we have for my listener here? So, yeah, comment below if this is resonating with you. What should you do? What should you do as you're just waiting, 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 feeling stagnant, waiting, waiting, waiting? Understand that your divine masculine is now currently going through a transformation, a dark night of the soul. And so just trust the process, trust the timing. This person is sick, quote unquote sick right now. They're sick, and they're healing. They have to go through this emotional turmoil to begin the process of the healing. And so to be patient. um This card signals that what you desire isn't yet ready to emerge in your life. This doesn't mean it won't come to you, it just means not at this time. While you may feel ready to receive the fulfillment of your wishes, it's not the right moment. Patience is one of the most important lessons of an indigo can learn, because as the world is now, things happen much slower than they need to. This card doesn't mean that you've done anything wrong. It merely reminds you that as an indigo, you're an advanced being who sees the entirety of the situation much faster than the average human. Be patient with the circumstances and people in your life. Know that you're not the only one who feels as if you're running a race against turtles. The better you get at waiting, the more happiness you'll have. And so, yes, patience is, it's a hard one, right? It's hard to sit and have patience. And so what I like to do is do another assessment when it comes down to creating your vision board. What is it that you want? As how do we manifest our dreams into reality? So you want the 1111, make a wish, and your soulmates and married and happily ever after, right? But that person is not ready yet. So you have to have patience. Now, what do you do now? What do you do with your time? Where do you invest your energy in? So I want you to do an assessment. Get out a piece of paper and a pen, and you're going to draw 1 through 12. And in each section, you're going to give yourself a number from 1 to 10 on how satisfied you are in each sector of your life. So when it comes to your emotional energy, your emotional wellness. Okay, are you ready? You got a paper? You got a pen? All right. We're gonna do a little quick self-awareness assessment for you today as you're going through this healing and this healing journey, and you found you found yourself, you've done your self-assessments and self-awareness, and you've been creating healthier habits for yourself. You have a vision of what you want, your divine masculine. But spirit right now is telling you, time out. Your divine masculine is not ready baking. He's still in the oven. So now where you're gonna spend time and time and energy, you're not gonna sabotage your divine just because he's not ready. You're not gonna go off and go on and get with another guy. No, you're gonna focus on another sector of your life that you've been neglecting, so that you're no longer chasing your divine masculine. Because if you're chasing, that means that you don't have them. So we're gonna start manifesting our dreams and our dreams into reality by becoming in alignment within ourselves. That masculine, the masculine and feminine energy within ourselves. Okay, so you got your pen and your paper, you're ready. Now let's go. From 1 to 10, give yourself a number from 1 to 10, one being dissatisfied, 10 being satisfied. Where do you how satisfied are you with your emotional health? 1 to 10. Second one, with your creativity, with your creativity that you have in your life. How satisfied are you from 1 to 10? 1 being dissatisfied, 10 being very satisfied. What number do you give yourself? Now going down. So your social wellness from 1 to 10. How satisfied are you? Your friends, your social media. How satisfied are you? When it comes to relationships, whether it be your one-on-one, your overall relationships, your divine masculine, your relationship with your family, friends, siblings, how satisfied are you? From 1 being not satisfied, 10 being super satisfied, where do you rate yourself? Finances. The next one, finances. How satisfied are you from 1 to 10? Next one, occupation from 1 to 10. How satisfied are you? Next category, education. How satisfied are you from 1 to 10? Next category, home environment. From 1 to 10, how satisfied are you? Now coming up to home cooking, the home cooking in your life. From 1 to 10, how satisfied are you? When it comes to spirituality in your life, your spiritual wellness, how satisfied are you? Now joy, how much joy do you have in your life from 1 to 10? Now coming up to the last one with your physical wellness. Your physical wellness, what number do you give yourself from 1 to 10? How satisfied are you? All right, girlfriend. So now you have done the Circle of Life Wellness Assessment. Now we have a vision. You know what you want. You want your grand vision. But now we're gonna work on the sectors that you scored the least amount of points. So find the one that you found the sector that you scored the least amount of points and comment in the comments. I want to hear, what is that sector? For me, it's home cooking. I gotta get back into the kitchen, girlfriend. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna release and we're gonna relax because now we have a vision. We know what's going on. It's you, not me. Just kidding. Yeah, no, literally, it's them, not you. And so, as an indigo, you were born to be passionate and nothing can change that. However, this card reminds you to focus on channeling your emotions and opinions in positive and constructive ways for the sakes of peace. The angels ask you to find a creative and beneficial release for your emotions so that you can move on freely. For example, you can channel anger into artistic projects or volunteering for activist work. Ask the angels to help you express yourself in healthy, beneficial ways. Make sure that you're always fair to yourself, but be fair to those around you as well. See? So we're going to release the chasing energy and we're going to relax because we already know what's going on. Divine masculine is going through some turmoil. He's going through the dark night of the soul, and it's not for us to fix that person. We're gonna let them do their own shadow work, their own inner work, and you're gonna focus on your own shadow work and your own inner work by releasing and relaxing and getting on to creating an action plan in the sector you scored the least amount of points. So in the sector that you scored the least amount of points, create a goal for that. Or does that, how can you tie that sector into your bigger goal? What's that one, your big goal of the year? And then how can you tie those two sectors in together and create a daily task? Daily task is that's gonna bring you back into balance in that area. And you will see how it may not have that one category may not have, you may think it has nothing to do with, your main wish, your main dreams, your main desires, but you'll see that as you put more attention into the sectors that you score the least, everything else will be coming back to you multiplied. So is the last card here says you already know. This card ironically comes to you when the answers is something you already know, but are denying or require confirmation of. In the circumstances, the angels are saying that you have the answer and you also know exactly what to do to move forward. This card asks you to trust yourself and the divine order of the universe to do what's best for you. Only good can come from listening to your guidance, and only good can come from trusting your own intuition. And so I'm getting a lot also strong energy and feelings here of setting boundaries and uh yeah, because like this person may be calling you and asking you for help, or I need this or I need this, or maybe even you just empathetically, you're just like feel that first of all, like there's just the anxiety of the stagnancy because they're like feeling impatient, you want something to change and you want that like to happen now, but this person isn't ready. And so now there's another part of control of overcoming control. I remember I had to like overcome control and now just release and let go and trusting in divine timing and knowing that everything is in divine timing and it is happening for a reason. But you have to trust. Sometimes we don't want to walk away. We don't want to have to go to work and attend to our own personal needs when we're in like in a marriage or in a couple domestic situation. um And sometimes we don't want to have to leave the house and go to work. But sometimes we need that separation for the other person can heal and get stronger on his own two feet so that he can rebuild balance within that masculine and feminine energy within themselves. And and maybe like right now, like when you are healing, it comes into two. I mean, when you're healing, you can heal physically, and then you can heal like mentally, emotionally. And so with this divine masculine, I feel like physically he's good, but mentally and emotionally, he's not good. Mentally, even he may even mentally like, oh yeah, I'm good, and speak and act like he's good, and people may see him that he's good, but I feel like even more so emotionally, they don't have the emotional maturity. And so the shadow work is gonna begin through this death and this dark night of the soul, which a lot of it's gonna have to come through forgiving. He may forgiving his past, forgiving the story, and creating a new story for himself. And I like again, I say I feel like you've gone through this, and so you have an idea. But again, this is for individual to do the work on them on themselves. It's not for us to sit here and try to fix them. We just know we have a higher understanding and higher awareness of what's going on so that we can calm our anxiety. Tarot is a form of grounding, and there's other forms to and ways to ground yourself, like going outside and doing yoga, getting out into water. Water is extremely grounding. um what are some other forms of grounding? Comment below. What is your favorite way, healthy way of grounding? In the past, oh, my way of grounding was, drinking alcohol, smoking, drugs. That, those are ways of self-medicating, of grounding ourselves. And so now we want to practice healthy grounding techniques, like being here now in the moment, being present, not thinking about the past or nor the future. So a very simple grounding technique that I learned very earlier in my wellness journey was practicing being present. I had a lot of anxiety and a lot of depression, and so even just like doing like face tapping, like, you know because I would be like stuck in all of these emotions, and I'd just be crying. And then so I would just like, and I'll just like be here, be now, and I'll just tap. I remember being in the car, overwhelmed with stress and worry, crying. And then I'll just start tapping my face. And this is a way to ground yourself, to be here, be now, be in the moment, connecting your senses, connecting physically, your physical connections with allowing your body to physically connect with with physical objects, and also with earth, with soil, with the ground. So taking off your shoes, going outside, feeling soil, feeling, letting your feet hit the grass or soil, practicing breathing techniques, or like meditation, mindfulness meditations. You could also practice visualizations by, meditating on what is it you wish, you desire, and listening and feeling how everything would feel and look like. And so that's another way to calm the mind, to ground yourself so you're not feeling stressed or anxious. Um, of of what's going on in your situation. And now now that you've grounded yourself, you've, instead of saying, oh my god, he left me, he's out drinking, I don't know why, and he don't love me, and you're in this panic mode, you're gonna, you'd practice these techniques like the tarot. Oh, to ground yourself. Oh yes, yes, I'm healed, he's not healed, he's drinking, he's being very toxic, he's very negative, he's playing the victim, and I don't know what's wrong with him. But now that you did this grounding technique with the tarot, you understand my masculine is sick right now. He has going through emotional sickness, and he needs to figure it out. But the more you detach from that situation, the faster he'll heal. So doing some self-discovery through doing these grounding techniques really helps calm the mind, relieve stress, anxiety, and then allows us to really then practice having gratitude. So what are we grateful for? Well, on the bright side, this person has an X, Y, and Z. On the yellow side, so now practicing gratitude. You doing a gratitude journal, morning reflections, expressing your gratitude. What are the positive things that this person does do for you or in your life? And so it'll help you shift your perspectives. You'll start to create different rituals. And when you switch your energy, when you become very like in the meditative state, you go from being in panic and in survival mode to grabbing the bull by its horns and taking charge, knowing where is it that you want to go, understanding self, understanding others, and then creating a roadmap on turning your dreams into reality. So going back to the reading from the beginning, is like I feel like you've done a lot of this and you are in this power of forgiveness. You're understanding how forgiveness, um it's a profound and transformative act that holds the key to emotional healing. And the cultivation of healthier relationships. So by forgiving, is it's a gift for yourself, and it frees your heart from the burdens and resentments and the pain. And so by forgiving, you're opening your emotional energy center, and you're allowing for positive things to manifest into your life. And so with that, my friends, please comment below if you resonate, if you resonated with this reading, and what you like, what you don't like. I'll see you next week. And for now, is just be patient. You know what's going on. Keep living within your integrity. You're doing an amazing, beautiful job. You sexy girlfriend. I see you being sexy and confident, but there's a lot of darkness in the divine masculine. Stop trying to control the situation and mold him into the perfect man, because we all come into this life for different reasons and different lessons, and this divine masculine is going through his own. And sometimes as a woman, we want to be the provider, the caretaker, and absorb all this pain, suffering, and just nourish them. But sometimes we have to do that within ourselves first. So back off, have patience, set boundaries, set healthy boundaries. Don't go sabotaging your desires for this relationship just because this masculine is not within living within your standards or within integrity. Understand that this masculine is going through emotional turmoil himself, and he's going through the dark night of the soul, and he's figuring it out. I mean, the best way for him to figure it out is by you living within balance within yourself. So figure out a goal on what you're going to do for yourself in the next 90 days. Take the next 90 days, at least 21 days. At least give me 21. Commit to 21 days. Comment below if you're going to make the 21-day commitment on what is that one thing that you're going to focus on instead of focusing on this relationship. And then in 21 days, I guarantee it'll be much less than 21 days. But if you stick to this for 21 days, I bet you your divine masculine will become, you and your divine masculine will be in union before 21 days if you start doing this trick. All right, so this is the power of manifesting your dreams, of mastering your emotions to turn your dreams into reality. I'm Veronica Rosa. Thank you for um, watching this video. If you've watched this far, welcome to Vitality and Values Wellness, the channel for spirituality, self-awareness, and manifesting your dreams into reality. So let's kindle soulmate love and manifest those dreams into reality, girlfriend. Bye. Toodles.